Hello, everybody. Welcome to Market Watch. It is time to discuss the Digimon trading card game market. We are officially past release weekend and release day for BT22, and I have a lot of cards to talk about today, so we're going to get started. If you guys enjoy this, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn those notifications on the Smash Potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. Over here in Omnimon Land, there actually are quite a few important changes. First off, Ultra regular super rare is $34. 34. Like, fuck, man. I pulled one on stream. I proceeded to sell it and it was going like in the high 20s at that point in time, and it went higher than that even. Like, oh my goodness, yeah, just sell the card. Jesus Christ. Another Omnimon going up is Omni Ace at $20. This is another victim of BT17 super rares because you can't get the set anymore. Just blowing up with even the splashiest of splashes of meta relevance. If you even look at the view more data that we can look at, you'll see here that it is selling now for this price. The last 5 sales are $20 sales. So, like, this is justified. And I have a bunch of spares because I never freaking sold the card because it was cheap. And I was like, no. Well, now I get rewarded. And if you held on to some, you should definitely sell them too. But the last one I want to talk about today is going to segue us into BT22. The alternate art Omnimon has risen so freaking high to $56. It is the most expensive alternate art in the set, which is cool because it's Omnimon. He looks so cool, you know. So that's pretty fun. Now, an important distinction you really need to know is on release day, it was lower than the pre-sale value, and then it blew up from there, which happens. This is not the first time this has happened, and it's really not the last time this has happened. But we have other cards to talk about that are following a similar pattern. First off, I do want to tell you that the booster boxes are $75 each right now. For a lot, then it's $78 for quite a bit longer. That's really, really cool that it hasn't fallen as fast as EX9 has fallen, which means people are, a little more interested in the set, which is nice compared to like EX9 or whatever. Time will tell if this becomes the next $60 box. Might. But we have to wait and see what happens. We don't know how far down it'll go until we know. I wouldn't really buy any of these unless you're looking to open them. It's actually worth it. It really is kind of worth it. Moving along. Nokia right now is the most expensive card in the set at $450 for the SP version of it. If you look at the data here, it's only gone up. It has only gone up in price. People are buying the card. And people are spending money on the card. It might have something to do with, Omnimon hype. Nokia is Nokia, you know what I mean? That comment just goes by itself, I think. I'm not super surprised. When I pulled this card, the Amy Iba SP, it was actually more expensive than Nokia at the time. It was $400. His dropped $100. Because it's less impactful, right? And you can even see here that not as many people have bought this one. Only 2 people have bought this card. Whereas many people have bought Nokia. So you can definitely kind of see what's going on here with the Nokia. Just being the most hyped one. And Yuko, this one really interests me, and I'll show you why later, but it's really low in price. $169. One of the lowest lottery cards in the set. And if you look at the data, people are buying it. So it might go up from here. I have a funny feeling it's going to go up. I really do. This might be one of those lottery cards you look for a good deal for, you grab, and then you sell later. I have a funny feeling. It might just be gas. I'm going to be real with you. But I have a funny feeling this one's going to go up. Anyway, on to regular cards. So Miri Altart has risen to $44.99. It was. If you look right, you're seeing it sell last. I need to make an account. This is ridiculous. It sold for lower on the release day. It's bumped up a little bit to $45. Nothing too crazy. Miri's been pretty consistent. Not as expensive as it was when the pre-sales first started. It's down $10. But it's a very good tamer. It's a destiny draw for your CS archetypes, and you want it in Mastamon too, because it plays your 5 cost Miri for you, which is really cool. So there's that. Secret rare alternate arts. Kyoko is down to 38, and Sayo is kind of down to 40, but it's really been floating around 40 since release day. It's okay. Not too crazy. If you do remember, it did pre-sale for $69.99. It did. Remember that? So $40, quite a good deal, comparatively. Speaking of Nokia, $41. She's been pretty consistent since release day. Not too much change there. If the only one hype keeps going, she might even go up in price. Rena is going down in price. Well, okay, if you look at this, you'd think it's going up. Rena's doing some really weird things. If you remember, it had a bunch of high listings that weren't selling. Now it's selling for $35. If you look at the last 5 sales, 36, 39, 39, 39, 36. So, like, this is reasonable. And it depends really on what happens with All Force. Because while this is a CS tamer, this does nothing for the CS archetype at all. So if this All Force deck doesn't do anything, Rena will drop. I know it's Rena. Everyone loves Rena, but Rena's only a rare this time, and that matters because it's not like Secret Rare Rena, which is a little bit harder to get. Dianamon. Dianamon is the second most expensive alt art in the set right now, $46. This card not only is good in the Cyber Sleuth pile deck, but it is also good in freaking Galaxy. Like real true Galaxy. Whether it's Grace Nova Galaxy or just the Galaxy toolbox you know you love, it's just good. Ice Clad is great, and you love to see that. Yeah, it's risen past everything else except for Omnimon, which is really interesting, and I'll talk about why in a second. Rada is an alt art that has barely any listings left, just so you know. It's almost gone. So that could be bought out very quickly, just saying. This set could still be a dud. You still have alt arts that are not worth your time. Uranusmon is $5. Jimmy Ken alt art is $5. I pulled a Jimmy Ken alt art. I don't even know where it is right now. I'm just going to keep it until it climbs in price one day. I'm not selling it for $5. But maybe one day I'll be able to sell it for 10 or 20 or something. I don't know. We'll see what Jimmy Ken does. Just be careful when you're buying boxes and packs and whatever, because you could get hosed. Secret Rares. Kyoko is down to 21 from its pre-release hype of $50, which is so fucking upsetting. And Sayo is way down to $16. This is a bit more of a drop than I expected. But to be fair, it's only 2 listings, and then it's back to $20. I anticipate these will go really quickly. Maybe by the time Market Watch is live at 10 a.m., it might be gone. Back to a $20 card. But it way down from the pre-sales. Way down from the pre-sales. All right, Yuko Super Rare. Now we're going to talk about the base Super Rares. I'm surprised that Lottery Card Yuko is so low when the Super Rare Yuko is now the most expensive Super Rare in the set. Now, if you remember, during pre-sales, it was going $15. A bunch of these tamers were. Release day, it was selling for $3. $3 in shipping. And has since bounced all up to 11. Why? Well, you can use this in the Cyber Sleuth pile. You can use this in the Eater deck. You can also use this in Greymon decks. Yes, the Greymon trading card game still has a grip on the community. And I'm gonna be real, we have Guilemon support that came out in this set that counts as Greymon. EX10, we're getting a Guilemon, getting a Black War Greymon. You know, Yuko's going through the hype train right now. I recommend selling Yuko, but I think she could go even higher from here. I could see Yuko reaching $15. That might be a bit of a stretch, honestly. I would just sell it now if I bought them on release day for $4 or $5, $3. I would sell them now and reinvest the funds. But if you want to hold on a little bit, you might get rewarded for doing so. The rest of the super rares have not gone up that much. Nokia's pre-sale was $10 on release day. She was two and change. Now she's up to 6. She has the second highest bump up, I would say, because Omnimon hype, Nokia is hype, and a few listings later it'll be $10. But quite a bit of volume to go through. 20 copies, 10 copies. We'll see what happens with Nokia. I would chill a little bit, sell this a little bit later. Arata, a little bit of a bump as well. Pre-sold for 10. On release day, it was 3 and change plus shipping. Now it's $5.88 with no shipping, right? And then $6. So a little bit of a bump. Arata really only viable in the CS deck and the Eater deck, because this is not really that good for Diaboromon, unfortunately. But is super playable. And that's a theme with these tamers, right? They all have multiple applications for the most part, at least the ones that are expensive like this. Anyway, Super Rare Dianamon is $2 with shipping, plus shipping, which immediately contrasts the really expensive alt-art version of it, which means the alt-art version is just getting bought out, because it is. Much more affordable version here if you want to build your CS piles or your Galaxy decks or whatever. Alphamon, who was $10, is now was 2 and change, now is 3 and change. Not too much of a bump up from release day. That's the thing with this set, though. Everything went way down from pre-sales. Release day was the lowest, and some things bounced a lot quicker. Like Yuko was the quickest bounce, and then Nokia and Arata kind of bounced the most after that. Now the rest either didn't bounce or have very tiny bounces. That's release day for you. Hopefully you bought your stuff on release day before things got crazy for some of these cards. And now just a few things that are not BT22 related, but I need to cover because they're important. Promo Orisa is 80. If for some reason you're still holding on to her, just get rid of her. It's selling for 75. Recently sold for 60. You can move it for 80. People know this is needed for puppets. People know. They do. Skull Knightmon promo. I swear to God, a week or 2 weeks ago we covered this card, or I talked about this card, and I told you the right support could bounce this, and sure enough, we got, the Darkness Baggermon reveal in EX10, and now the promo that went from $15 is now freaking $30. Sell it while the hype is fresh. Just get rid of it and buy it back later. Grace Nova, both the alt art and both the regular and this version of it are up in price and getting bought out because Galaxy is super playable. And now that we have level 6s with inheritables, being New Dianamon and Apollomon Ace promo, people are really giving the true version of Galaxy to try. Not like Toolbox, but like actual Galaxy with only Galaxy cards. And it has legs. Because the tamer is still fucking broken. So it's really good. Sell while the hype is high. Marine Bowmon Rare is still $5. And then goes up from there. Like, seriously, check your bulk, check your rares, and just sell the Marine Bowmons, because it's going hyped right now because of the water stuff in the new set. Lastly, Lucemon cards were revealed. And there's been no super sharp increase yet. But Lucemon Chaos Mode EX06 is bumping up. Same with the alternate version. It is bumping up. There are bumps. People are buying it. You can see. People are buying it. And Lucemon X has had, to me, what is a noticeable bump as well. Even though no one was super excited for this card when it came out, after the hype was gone, people are attacking this card. So prepare yourself. Your Lucemon cards might be going up in price soon. Just saying. That's it for today, though. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you later. Bye!